Wow, I'm getting hit by the business to be more agile and better support the things that they need.
The cloud will fix all that for you.
Hey, you don't know any of my problems. How do you know you can help?
Look into my eyes. The cloud will fix all that for you.
Oh great, where do I sign?
Are you tired of hearing all this? The cloud will fix everything? Well, it will not, but it could help in certain areas.
Wow, I'm getting hit by the business to be more proactive and agile and better support the things they need.
Well, what seems to be stopping you?
It takes me too long to provision infrastructure for projects and to deliver business services. We have more hypervisors than I can point a stick at. Wasn't that meant to make it easier?
Yeah, and I bet you're now having issues with virtual sprawl. It's actually making it harder to manage your existing environments.
Darn tootin' it is. But what has that got to do with the cloud?
Well, having a virtualized environment is one thing, but leveraging it so you have the right amount of capacity, consumption-based charging, as well as self-service and automation capabilities is another thing. And that is where cloud comes in. You know, it's been taking forever for the business cases to be put up from IT for their service catalogues, basically to allow them to streamline the delivery of business services through self-service portals, kind of like Amazon.com. But once you can do this, you can then use this to drive your private cloud, automate your entire back-end provisioning process as well. You can then kill two business problems with one stone.
Hey, hang on a sec. I see what you're trying to do. To get me to buy more stuff when I already have everything I need. And well, that's what my hypervisor sellers say.
See, that's one of the challenges. You have all of these disparate virtual environments, and each one of these requires some level of management. But you're probably relying on costly administrators to pull all this together. By transforming this to a self-service private cloud, you then need a level of management and automation across all those different platforms, and that's the bit you don't have today.
Still not seeing it. You must not be a very good sales guy. How come you're not suggesting I do a proof of concept like all the others? Something wrong with your software? Hey, got you there. Can't fool me. I've been a CIO for a long time.
Okay, let's try and make this more real for you. And how can you even consider a POC if you've yet to work out the business outcomes and the benefits you could realise? It's not about the technology, but as you've been a CIO for a long time, you already know about that, right?
Of course. It's about the... What did you say again?
It's about the outcomes and benefits. So, what's another real problem you're facing?
Well, the business is looking to go around me and get cloud services as they say I'm delivering services too slow.
And why is that?
Well, why don't you tell me if you know so much about this cloud stuff?
Let me see if I can guess. When you're doing project work, because of the quantity and variety of different requirements, as well as the reliance on people to do the actual provisioning, the end-to-end time is just unacceptable to the business.
Yep.
And what about your development environments? If you could create standard development platforms from templates, say a Windows platform that consists of a number of app, database and web servers, all configured with a network interconnectivity and ready to be deployed by a drag and drop, how would that help? Do you think that could drastically decrease your time to deliver and develop business services?
Well, maybe, but that still does not help where the business is going out and buying cloud services. We did an audit, and IT have about 20, but we stopped counting when we hit 60 when talking to business. I suppose you can help with that too.
Well, funny enough, I think I can. Remember the early days of outsourcing about 15 years ago? And all those mistakes that were made back then. We also learned a lot since then, but think about this, the business didn't go through that journey with us, and they didn't learn the same things that you did. So guess what? They're probably destined to fall for some of the same pitfalls, and this is where you can help.
Okay, go on. How?
Well, over time, you're going to be known as the Chief Integration Officer, as well as be delivering composite services that are made up of many different components. Often, these will be sourced differently. It's your job to bring all these things together, to manage them, and to measure against their service levels. So, you'll want a single pane of glass to give you all that information.
And you can do all that?
Well, if I said yes, we'd have wasted this whole conversation, and anyone that tells you you can, show them the door. For all those internal monitoring and management, yeah, we can do all that. Or we can take feeds from your existing tools. When it comes to external cloud vendors, we can help you monitor the levels of service they're providing, as well as your own internal ones too. And we can help you be very proactive in managing your partnerships, and even help you decide on better alternatives.
Okay, so where's the but?
Well, the but is that you've been talking to and taking advice from a sock puppet, and we're out of time. You should have been speaking to those nice CA humans at the expo beforehand.